Look, it's late autumn, starting to turn into winter with cold nights. And I've got more horned melons than I can poke a stick at, haven't I? So many. These are going to be fruits for us for the next couple of months in winter. Of course, they don't have to be just eaten as a dessert. They could be cooked into pickles, couldn't they? They could be made into pickles and chutneys and things. I think some people in Africa actually bake them like a pumpkin. That would be interesting. These ones will turn orange indoors. Look at that one, it's bleeding where I picked it. It's bleeding. Bleeding. They do bleed sap, so when you remove the horns, you don't want to remove them in such a way that they bleed from each horn, because that will mean they're more inclined to rot. I've got my work cut out for me. I've got so many more to pick. I've got to box them all up. I've got to box them all up. And I've got to find a place to put them all. So many of them. I guess you could call that self-sufficiency, couldn't you? See all these horned melon seeds? If you want to buy, about 12 of them or something from eBay, you've got to pay, several dollars plus postage. All you do is get the fruit, cut the fruit in half, scrape the pulp out into a jar, and then let it rot for about 7 to 10 days. Not much longer beyond that, because if you leave them to rot too long, they'll lose their viability. So you leave your seeds to rot in a jar, give the jar a swirl every day, and take the lid off every day and let some fresh air in every day, and they'll go mouldy and rotten. And after about 7 to 10 days, once they've rotted down, you just put them in a plastic bucket, and you keep rinsing all the slough and bubbles and everything off. And then the ripe adult seeds will all sink to the bottom of the bucket. You keep swirling and just keep sort of swirling off all the old bits of jelly and any other detritus in there. And your seeds will be refined, a bit like panning for gold. All the lovely heavy horned melon seeds, adult ones, will sink to the bottom as you swirl and keep draining that bucket around. And in the end, you'll have nothing left except seeds, because you'll have gotten rid of all the other matter that you're not after. The seeds sink to the bottom. Then what you'll do is you'll drain that bucket, and you can put them through a sifter, a flour sifter, or strainer, or colander, whatever you want to call it. And then just drain them and put them on tissue paper or newspaper and dry them out somewhere, or pat them dry with a tissue. And just dry them out as quickly as you can. You could put them in the sun as long as the sun isn't too hot. Dry them out and dry them out quickly, and then they're ready for use. Put them somewhere safe in a jar once they're completely dry. Make sure they're completely dry. If you put them moist in a jar or an envelope or something, they may well go all mouldy. You want to make sure they're completely dry. So that's what you'll do, and you'll have dozens and dozens. This would cost hundreds of dollars or something if I bought them on eBay, wouldn't it? For a few dollars just for 10 or something, 10 seeds for $5 or something. Yes, try and use adult fruits for this, because smaller immature fruits often have a combination of adult seeds and immature seeds. So you want get an adult melon, the seeds from an adult melon, and a quality melon, of course. So that's all you've got to do to have your own horned melon seeds. Then you'll be growing your own beautiful horned melons, won't you? You will. And you'll be self-sufficient. You'll have lots of melons, and you'll be very happy. You will. You'll never know want. So just to clarify there, when you have them in the bucket and you're washing them, you keep pouring the water off and keep putting fresh water in until the water runs clear and the seeds run clear. And you'll be able to see all the seeds on the bottom. I just wanted to clarify that you've got to keep changing the water as you rinse so that you can get them nice and clean. Well, this is all I'm doing for today. I've done enough harvesting for today. I'm just going to write where I picked them from so that I know what the flavour is like. I think these ones grown in the shade aren't quite as bright green, the pulp. That's my suspicion. I'm not absolutely sure, so I'm writing T for trellis on them. That's the method in my madness. See ya.